friends, we are going to talk about SEINT Demi makeup today. I am not a consultant. You cannot purchase this makeup through me. I'm not trying to sell it to you or anything like that. I have used their 3D foundation in the past, and I wanted to try Demi, so I ordered it. I want to kind of share that experience with you today. So we'll talk about everything today around like, how was my experience getting a color match, ordering the product, any sort of observations I had along the way, because I will tell you, there are some differences from when I ordered my 3D color match and foundation a couple years ago now. I will also share an experience I had just in terms of when the product arrived, and I need your advice on a very specific area. So get your fingers ready to like give me some advice in the comments below, because I seriously don't know what to do about a particular thing. And it's not the application and trying to figure this stuff out. It's more of like product quality stuff. We'll get into that in like a minute or two. But before we get into that, hi, my name's Mary. I'm a Midwesty gal, now living in Tennessee. I'm in my 40s and I love to post all sorts of beauty and lifestyle content here on YouTube. And so if that is what you're into, please hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell next to it for notifications. That way you never miss an upload. And I would also, if you like this video, would love it if you would hit the thumbs up button. So let's talk about SEINT Demi. All right, let's just talk about it. I have a bunch of notes here, so if you see me glancing around or like thumbing, I really had to organize my thoughts because there's just a lot. There's a lot, but I'm just gonna jump into it. So SEINT's Demi line, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a color correction system, and they've got a ton of colors, and you go in with like finer, smaller little brushes to just color correct the areas that are bugging you, so that you're not putting a full layer of foundation on and like, you know, having to contour in and do blush. It's like letting your own skin show through, like, you know, wear as little makeup as possible, but still color correct the places that bug you. So I think of it, and these are not SEINT's terms, this is Mary's interpretation of what this product is. It is a color correction system to help you let your skin show through, your natural skin, and wear sort of minimal makeup but feel great about it. That's how I think about it. So a couple years ago, I ordered the SEINT 3D foundation. I will put links to those videos. I did reviews on them. I did a first impression, as well as like after using it for a year, what I thought of the product and if it was worth it. I will put links to those down in the description, as well as up in these comment cards if you want to know more about that line. But we're talking about Demi today. So I was really drawn to Demi because I love the idea of wearing less makeup. However, at this age, well, and let's be real, like pretty much like any age, like even when I was in my 20s, I may not have had hyperpigmentation or capillaries and stuff going on like I do now in my 40s, but I had acne and I had just other things going on, right? But now I definitely have like a lot more of, I would say, just little things that kind of bug me, but I don't want to wear a full face of makeup every single day. So I had heard about Demi for a while now, but like it seems super confusing. So I was just like, no, like there's too many colors. I don't know. But I've been spending not a lot of time over on Instagram lately. I've been more over on the tiki-taki, as I call it, over on TikTok. And there's a woman there that I'm gonna call her artist number 2 for this. She really touts Demi. That's like her thing. She's a consultant. You can purchase through her, but like, I don't even know that I've seen her do a full face of like the 3D foundation. Maybe she has, I don't know. But I really just looked at her for all of her Demi content, and she really, I think, does a great job touting the benefits of Demi. And I was like, I like this lady. So even though a couple years ago, I placed my order with artist number 1, who I found through Instagram and following a bazillion of these SEINT girls doing just like the most beautiful makeup ever. So I, ordered through artist number 1 for the 3D foundation stuff a while ago. For this one, I was like, this lady over on TikTok, artist number 2, I want her to color match me. I just felt like she knew that system inside and out, and that's where I was really gonna get the best color match. So I submitted for a color match, and I'm gonna paraphrase here, but basically, like, I got an email back from her really quick that said something to the effect of, it looks like you're signed up under another artist, so you can either place your order under them, or you can create a new account and order under her, under artist number 2, the Demi artist. And I was kind of confused by that. Like, I didn't know like if I could just change it in the SEINT system, it seemed complicated. So in the meantime, I knew I was gonna have to order like another one of like my regular 3D foundation shades. So I'm like, gosh, instead, I just really wanted to place this Demi order. Like once I finally decided after years of stalking this stuff that I was gonna try it, right? Like I just wanted to place the order as quickly as possible. So I went back to artist number 1 and I was like, I'm gonna submit for a color match under her. And I went to her Instagram profile and her links to submit for a color match. Well, lo and behold, when I did that, there was no option to like select that I wanted a Demi match, not a 3D foundation. So I didn't quite know what to do. So I still was like, okay, like I'll just fill out the form. So as I'm filling out the form, I thought it was interesting that in this form, it has you pick whether you think that your shade is light, medium, dark, or olive tones. It kind of like gives you like 3 or 4 different options. And I thought that was interesting because when I previously got a 3D foundation color match, I submitted one photo with no makeup on and another photo with makeup on. I think I might have like told her these are the type of products that I like to use currently today, basically to get like as close as possible to the right color match. And then, you know, fingers crossed, go from there that she'd give me some good colors. And she did. I was very, very pleased way back when with that original color match that artist number 1 gave me. But I was kind of surprised. I mean, her form has changed now a couple years later, which I guess is to be expected. But I was surprised when it said like, kind of guesstimate what range you're in. Because to me, that just made me feel like they are not actually looking at the pictures that I'm submitting, because it did ask you to resubmit pictures. I don't think it was with makeup or without makeup. It was just without makeup. But I was like, I kind of just, it didn't feel as personalized, you know, when you're already kind of saying like, I'm medium, because I'm guessing behind the scenes, and granted, this woman has like a bazillion followers on Instagram. So I already am under the assumption that it's not her that's looking at Mary's face. It might be, you know, somebody, one of her assistants or so, I don't know. I have no idea how it works behind the scenes. But I will say from a consumer perspective, it did not feel as custom. I didn't feel as special, I guess is what I'm saying. So that was one observation. So then there's like a comment section on there, and I put in there, you know, I'd really love to get a Demi color match instead of like the 3D foundation. And I said specifically like this under eye area, and I have little like, I still get acne, so I still have like little red areas and stuff too. I hit submit and I was like, I want this color match like right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. So I was like, oh my goodness, I really just want to order this stuff. So as I'm contemplating whether I'm gonna create a new account, I get an email back from artist number 1, and she gives me like a whole color match for the 3D foundation. And I'm like, no, like I want Demi. So I emailed her back right away and I said, hey, thank you so much. And listen, like the emails are beautifully crafted. The colors, they looked spot on. So it was great, but I did email her back and I was like, hey, I was really, really interested in getting a Demi color match. Would you mind doing that for me? And then in the meantime, I'm just kind of waiting and still contemplating if I'm gonna go over, you know, to artist number 2, who's really the one that like got me excited about this product. And I just didn't really know what to do. Well, artist number 1 got back really quick and said, sure. I think it took like a day. It was like the next day or something like that. And she gave me Demi color matches. She also gave me links to 2 videos. I think one was like just information on the product. The second one was probably a little bit more about how to choose your colors. And I found that to be super helpful. So I bought all the things and then some, and I'll show you in a second, from artist number 1. So I bought 4 Demi colors. I bought a main foundation color. They call it a highlight, but it's a main foundation color. And I bought a new palette. And I was just like, just give me all the things. Give me all the things. I ordered it. And then in the meantime, while I was waiting, I watched her videos for instruction on how to use this Demi stuff. So at the end of the day, I placed an order worth $120. I just really gosh, like in my heart, I really just feel like artist number 2, the one over on TikTok, is the one that really got me excited about Demi. And gosh, wouldn't it have been great if I would have been able to somehow either split my order or do something to be like, hey, this woman should get credit for the Demi stuff that I'm purchasing. And I did repurchase some of my original 3D foundation things. That'd be great to give that to artist number 1. I really feel like this woman over here should have gotten some more credit, monetary credit, for making that sale, because she really did make the sale, but because I had signed up under somebody else 2 years ago, the credit went that way. It's just an observation. I don't know how these comp structures and stuff work, so I'm not gonna get into that. We're not gonna talk about that stuff. But I do really feel like this woman is the one that is an expert in the Demi area. I kind of think about it like, you know, if you were getting your hair cut and colored, some stylists really are great at color. Like they're color experts. And some stylists are absolutely great at cutting hair and styling. And it is not unheard of that you have somebody that is different that cuts your hair versus colors it. And so that's kind of how it makes sense in my brain. I don't know if that resonates with anybody else out there, but I really just, gosh, in my heart, I really feel like this woman over on TikTok should have gotten some credit for the sale that she made. But I don't control those things. So anyways, I placed the order and I was excited, eagerly awaiting its arrival. So it took the order about 4 days, not long to arrive. Like it was there, it was at my doorstep really, really quick. But in the meantime, I watched these videos that artist number 1 had sent to me. And I was really trying to like get pumped up and really excited for this stuff. I also was watching, there's another artist, I think she does TikTok, I think she does YouTube as well. She really focuses on more mature skin and makeup application on more mature skin. And she is a consultant as well. She sells like the SEINT Demi stuff. So I watched a bunch of her videos too, but I have to tell you, this SEINT Demi, like, the color stuff and how I'm supposed to think of it is confusing as all heck. There's a bazillion colors. They also have like that color wheel. And I've always thought about it in terms of like the opposite colors. So if you have redness, you apply green because red is opposite of green on the color wheel. Some artists talk about it that way. But in this video that artist number 1 had sent me, she talked about it in terms of like, you need to think about the absence of color. So not the color that you're seeing, but the absence of another color. And that thoroughly confused me. I still don't know what to do with that. I have to do some more research. I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. It was really confusing. Here is where I'm going to need your feedback. So my order arrived. It came in a little box. It's got my packing slip. It comes with all these like little, does it say Saint? It does. Let's see if you can see that. Can we look? There we go. It comes with all these little schnibbles and stuff in here. So we're just gonna, I got rid of the little schnibbly doos. I did get a new magnetic compact because I currently use this one, this little 4-banger here. There we go. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is back from when they were mascara, but it's just got those 4 colors in it, and I wanted to have a compact that was still this size, but like held more colors. And this one, this new silver one, is exactly that, but it's got an extra layer. So not only can I fit like the 4 up here, which I will, when I flip it open again, I can fit another 4. And depending on what colors I'm using at the time, I'm debating whether I just keep them all cream in here. But another option is if you put your creams in one and then your shadows in another, it's just gonna keep them from not like mixing up together. Because this big guy, this is like, what is this? A Z palette. This is a Z palette from Sephora. It is magnetic. I have a bunch of like my other stuff in here. So what are these? These are powders. These are all powders, but this one's a cream. And sometimes if these fleck off, they mix in the cream. It's a hot mess. But anyways, so I got this thing. I ordered another one of my main colors and I opened it up. I'm like, okay. And then I've got these guys. Now these are the color correctors. They're 20 bucks a pop, right? Also, these guys used to be $14. They are now $16. So you can tell, like, it adds up. Here's where I need your advice. I was so freaking excited to get this package in the mail. And when I opened these up, instant deflation happened. And because I will show you, not this one, is this one okay? No, this is the real bad one. This one is R03, and it just so happens to be messed up. Can you see that? I will insert some pictures because that's not the only one that's messed up. It's got these bubbles in it. It's like, it looks bad. Now this one does have a sploosh in it from my finger. But it also has the weird grainy things. That's from my finger. This one came okay. And this one, the yellow one, looks like a hot mess, just like that really pinky color. So immediately, I was just like, fudge. Like, what do I do? I wasn't ticked. I wasn't angry. I was just really like, this sounds so lame, but I was like, I was really disappointed. But I was disappointed. I just expect products to come looking nice, you know, looking brand new. And I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I emailed the consultant, like number one, the one who I placed the order through. And I was just like, hey, I need your advice. I don't really know what to do with these. Like, is this okay? I don't want to get like, I didn't know what to do. I don't want to get an infection. I'm not quite sure. This doesn't seem right. It looks jacked up. I sent her pictures of them as well. She got back to me the next day, and I will, because I don't want to like mince words on this one, so I will. Okay, so she says, hi Mary, this is a common problem in the summer months when temperatures are high. It just means the product got a little warm in shipment, nothing wrong with it or defective or anything. You can totally use it without a problem. Hope this helps. I'm excited for you to try the Demi. Let me know what you think, and a little heart. And so very nice email, but I am just like, fudge, like what do I do? I sent the pictures to one of my friends who she uses 3D line, and she was like, fudge no, send that back, send it back. That is not the type of quality that you would ever expect from any company. Send it back. But here's the thing though, if I send it back, I'm probably not gonna reorder it. Like I don't know. I know that if I would see something like this in the store, I would never purchase it. I just wouldn't. I also have I'm apprehensive about rewarming the product. And that was something that people had suggested to me on a couple other videos that I had made, to basically like remelt it down. I get that people like to do that. I just feel like when you first purchase a product, it should be high quality and it should be the way that it's supposed to be. And then later, if you use it a bunch and, you know, like one of mine, for instance, in this palette, like maybe this Aura, because you can see like it's, you know, all the way down to the bottom here. You know, if I wanted to, I could remelt that, but I don't like to do that because I do think it impacts the formulation of the product. I also don't like to repress blushes or any other sort of powder things. If you absolutely have to, you can, but it does impact the formulation of it. It just does. You know, you add all the alcohol and stuff to it, whatever. That's a whole separate topic. But I just feel like this is not okay. The other thing is that if I send it back, there's a $5 restocking fee. So either way, I'm gonna be out money, and I don't know what to do. For this video today, I'm still within 30 days, you can return the product. for a refund, so I could still return it. I'd be interested in your thoughts or your experiences. I don't know if anybody else has had this stuff happen. So I don't know, I'm interested. Would love it. If you have some advice, please give it to me. I will take your advice. But I do have like 30 days to return the product if I don't like it. So we're gonna dip into these just a smidgen bit today, and we're gonna see how they might work. And then I'm gonna do some makeup soul searching and decide if I'm gonna return them or exchange them. You can exchange them for other colors, but one of them, this one in particular, the one that's the worst, is it's discontinued. So I'm not even sure if they have them in stock anymore or if they're in the process of discontinuing it. The other thing is that with any sort of makeup, it only lasts for so long. So there's no way for me though to tell like when this was manufactured. So I don't know if this is like 3 months old or a year old. I would hope that that's not the case. I'm just bummed it came all jacked up. All right, we're gonna come in a little closer here and we're just gonna play around. So a full transparency, this is not like a tutorial. This is not how you should do your makeup. I'm literally just following the instructions that she sent me, like which color might work best for whichever area. And I'm gonna dip into these and we're gonna play around. We're gonna do like some first impression stuff. I am very curious on the opacity of these colors because the 3D foundation, I like that it covers, but it like settles in nicely and kind of gives you this glowy look. I think these are gonna do the same, but we won't know till we try. So let's just try it. Okay, the first one, R03, that's this guy right here. Okay, she says R03, reddish orange, great for areas of excess blue or green, typically melasma or under, I think she meant to say under eye area. So we're gonna try some. And I'm just gonna use, I don't have like the SEINT brushes, but I've got a bunch of IT Cosmetics ones. I have literally 700,000 brushes. So I've never purchased any of theirs and I've never had a problem with it. But anyways, you wanna use smaller brushes for this kind of stuff. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna dip in, but try to not get into those little crusty areas. Okay, oh, now she did say a little bit goes a long way. So let's just, we're gonna try it. She said under eye and melasma. I have melasma here, I have bits of it over here, and I can't stand my under eye area. Okay, cool. Clearly that might be a little bit much. I might wind up using my fingers here. But let's, she looks all right. I might dip in with my finger. I'm gonna dip in with my finger. Oh, it feels grainy. Okay. I have such a larger area to cover with my under eye that I do feel like using my finger kind of gets at it the way that I like. And generally speaking, I like to use brushes, but I always, under the eye, I press it in. I like to press it in. I feel like I have more control over it, and I also feel like it decreases the likelihood that it will crease because I'm pressing it into the areas versus swooshing over the top. So yeah. What do we think of that? Better? Do a little side by side? It's all right. It's all right. Okay, we're gonna do the next one, which is 03. It's like that orangey color. So it's this one. For 03, she says orange, great for areas of deeper excess blue, typically the under eye area or any other area of darkness. I feel like maybe I should have tried the orange under here, but good thing I only put that first color on the first eye. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off here. And we'll do this orangey-ish color over here. We'll try it with the brush first. We'll see what happens. Okay, here's what we're dealing with. I think I've got like blue, green, purple stuff happening here. We're gonna dip in with the brush. And can you see that? Oh, here we go. Oh, Oh, bananas. I don't know what I'm doing. The artist did clarify in my first video, in like one of the first videos that she had sent me on like how to do this stuff, that it takes some practice. I'm experiencing that. Okay, let's try it anyways. Oh, this one, you know what? I actually think I really like this one a heck of a lot better than the first for under my eye. Oh, do we see it? I like that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna dip in a little here. I like it. Okay, and I feel like this looks a little bit more natural. This side, it almost looks a little bit too like light colored, like it might look a little bit grayish. I don't know. I think I like this one better. I like that one. Okay, all right. We're liking it. Okay, the next color is that yellowish kind of color right here. That one, she says yellowish orange, great for excess violet. Any areas that look dark, but also have some vibrancy to them. This is another one of those confusing things. I was like, I don't understand. How can it be dark but vibrant? I'm not getting it. But it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means for me right now, I haven't played with this stuff enough to like really be able to like show you how to use it. I literally am just like feeling around in the dark trying to figure it out. So what I did though, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought when I watched her demo, she used it around her nose. And so I just Googled SEINT Demi where to use Y01, and it says this Demi color corrector shade is most often used for dark under eye areas. Well, too bad, because I already used some stuff there, so we're gonna find out like a different area to use it in. Purple blue veins, okay, broken capillaries, and on dark but slightly more vibrant blemishes. Okay, I don't think I have any dark blemishes right now. Well, maybe I do, maybe over here. But I did see her use it around her nose, so I'm gonna try that. We'll just see. That's an interesting color. I would never think to use a color like that, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. Like, seriously, I have no idea how to use this stuff. Now the 3D stuff, I use that and I feel like I know what I'm doing. Okay, let me put some on the brush. I feel like that's way too much. Is that way too much? I feel like that's way too much. I'm gonna dab it on. Let's get in here. Okay, we're gonna dab it on and then I might like buff it out or something. We'll try this side with a brush. I have like a little fluffy brush. What do we think? I think some of it settled into that little crease there. I just gotta keep zhuzhing it a bit here. Oh, maybe, I wonder even like up here, like this is like a darker blemish area. And here I've got darkness. I'm not sure like what color to use in these areas. This is melasma. This is without. And this is with. I'm not sure. I'm gonna dab in with my finger. I will sometimes use my my IT Cosmetics color corrector, not color corrector, my Bye Bye Under Eye that I love. I love that product. Like, you'll see me use it in a whole bunch of my other videos. And I use that stuff like under my eyes here, and I'll use it on like other little blemishes. Like, it's just, in my opinion, like a really good all around color corrector. And it's about 20 bucks, I think. Between 20 or 25. You can get it on sale too. What do we think? I think I like the side where I pressed it a little better. I had a little more control. Let's press over here. Okay, the last one, this little pinky color here, that is OR1, and it is orangish red, great for excess blue. Let me just make sure that that's OR1. Is that? It is. I just want to make sure. Great for excess blue. Now this is where I have a hard time, because like I look at my face and I know that like my under eyes are like bluish, greeny, purple, but like where else would I use this? I feel like this is one of those instances where like I need to take a picture of my face and then look at it and maybe then be able to see it a little bit better, because I'm not sure where I would use that color. I feel like maybe like over here, I do have like some little veining and stuff that happens on that thinner skin. So maybe just to say we tried it, let's try it. I'm gonna go over on this side, because this side does have like some interesting little, it's veining. It looks like it's eyeshadowy stuff there, but it's not. It is veining, and normally when I do my under eye, like I go kind of like here and a little bit up, but I've noticed that out here there is just a touch of discoloration, and I just, for whatever reason, I never like sweep the full like under eye stuff all the way out there. So then this, oh, see, I think that looks better. You think? I think so. Okay, I don't know what to really do with like these little blemish areas. I'm gonna play around with this stuff some more, and I will at some point come back at a later date and like really give you maybe a better review, or like a is it worth it type of thing. But in the meantime, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go in with my other SEINT 3D foundation. I use the color Amber as my main foundation color. They call it a highlight, but I'm just gonna go in because I do have other things I still have to do today. I don't want to be walking around you know, with those kind of blemishes and stuff hanging out. So I am just going to kind of do a little bit more all over color. And this is what that Amber one looks like. Oh, and they sent this little, geez, I'm like blinding you guys, I'm sorry. Here we go. They sent this little color wheel thing with the Demi order, which I find super helpful. Okay, so that's it for first impressions on Demi. Like I said, there's a little bit of like pros and cons and like some weird little glitchy things that happened along the way. I would love your input though on sort of like the graininess of those Demi colors, and like, do I return them? Like, I don't, if it was a regular, like if it was Ulta, I would return it. Maybe that's my answer. But anyways, I would love your feedback. I would also love to know if you like Demi or if you have any other questions. I'm gonna play around with this stuff a bit. I've got a couple more weeks before I have to make a decision really if I'm going to return it. So I'm gonna try really hard because I really want it to work. So I'm gonna try to like play around with it and really like give it my all and then make a decision from there. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell next to it for notifications. That way you never miss an upload. And until next time, see ya.